Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of your Daily Dose. Today on the channel, probably just going to cover a little bit about the transformation event. I'm going to do some pulls and see if we can make some progress on this count. If that sounds interesting or exciting, stick around, hit that like, subscribe, notification button if you haven't already. Check us out on Facebook, jump into our Discord in the link in the description box below, and I'll see the OGs in the comment section. But in terms of, I feel like the lead up to this event, I'm trying to hype it up a little bit just because I know I know from other experiences that it can be a very, very rewarding experience, particularly in the Korean server. Although I don't play that any longer, I do have members in our Discord talk about it. Make sure you're participating, making sure you're doing your server progress for obvious reasons. You want to get to the last reward. And that's, of course, achievable by everybody in the server bracket, which is fantastic. 10th of August is a date to remember. We will be going straight into a video. Then we're going to be doing some live streaming. I may attempt to do some live streaming on YouTube if it will allow me, if I have to go through the whole BlueStacks method. Currently sussing that out. It won't let me do it on mobile for some reason. But worst case scenario, we will be streaming for quite a bit on the Discord, in the live streaming from Discord. So make sure, if you haven't already, jump into our Discord in links in the description box. I haven't done Facebook streaming, so I'm not too eager to test that out just yet either. But I figure it's going to be one of those events where we can have a good time. Yawning Way is going to be in that position. Hopefully, we will hit that 100k gold mark. I know I'll be going balls deep on this account. In terms of money, in terms of spending. Well, for those that are interested, make sure you are taking, I want to say, full advantage of the regional siege. So the cross server or X server siege, whatever way you want to describe it. Essentially, make sure you're in a city and getting gold. A good strategy is to lower your troops to around 6. Anything under 10 is a good idea. Generally speaking, people won't attack you if you have troops that are under around. Wow, I mean, they might attack you. I shouldn't say they might attack you, but if you have low troops, most players will leave you alone unless the city becomes too overcrowded, and then a megalodon will probably go in there and remove the brackets. And the reason is because after a certain point, you lose gold generation. If you want to read the tooltips, go ahead, read those. It's pretty it's long-winded, but semi-self-explanatory. And of course, the more you have of your legion in a certain city, the more gold boost you get. Honestly, if you can coordinate this with members in your own legion, it can be beneficial just to pick somewhere and say, hey, let's just go here and try to get as much gold bonus. Problem is, people will probably come and attack you because, they're assholes. But anyway, enough about that. Make sure you're grabbing the gold when you can. Is there anything else that's super duper important? I feel like most players are probably grabbing the somewhat, if I can say it right, Summer Carnival. This currency is going to be very, very important. Make sure you're collecting that, the gold, and of course the wishing stones every single day. Really, it's in saver mode for most accounts, and I feel like that's, a little bit self-explanatory. But in terms of transformation event, would I spend gold? It's very situational. In 90% of the time, I'd say that it is 100% a gamble. When I say 90%, I should probably say 100% of the time. It is a gamble. There are some guaranteed factors in terms of this event's rotation. You can get paper charm shards 12 every 20 draws. So, I mean, there's opportunities to get enough paper charm shards, if I could say it the right way around. For you to get a full paper charm, you need 160 of them though, so it is quite a lot. And of course, you can use those to get some transformation items. But in saying that, the reality is you probably shouldn't be spending gold on these events anyway. You will probably get about, I want to say, I want to say you at least get around 30 to 40 for free. I think you get 11 a day, so around 30 to 40 free per event. Anyway, you can get them from the Warlords Clash by finishing on your server bracket. You get those as rewards. Transformation orbs aren't that super valuable or hyped. If you are curious about it, you can buy them from God's Blessing, of course. Um, we bought a couple of those anyway, just because I don't want to spend any more gold on this event. Just because we're already low. We're already low, low, low. So if anyone's curious, 15k gold gets you 50 orbs. But it is a massive gamble, and I should always stress that. Now, in terms of here, I probably would say uh, I mean, look, for me, I'm halfway to one of these charms, so it would be nice to finish that off. But for most people, this is a no-no, a big X. If I could put an X on the screen, I would. Don't do that. It's a trap. You don't need it. But in terms of like where you're gonna spend your paper charms, uh, Shajia is probably the best transformation to get, hands down. Now, that might change, in my opinion, or the facts may change a little bit later on in the gameplay. Arguably, you can go towards the strengths of your team. Transformation does not affect in any way, shape, or form your nation's synergy. So you can pick any form of transformation on any nation. However, you're probably going to pick something that actually works for you. And Shajir actually does work quite nicely on the Warlord account with the Banishing. Um, if you're thinking of it in terms of relative damage, unfortunately, transformations really don't do much damage, if I'm going to be honest with you. Most of the damage is just based on your character anyway. So the transformation is just a tool. Is that a good way to describe it? Their effects are tools. Obviously, if we're talking about legendaries, there's only limited to two attacks: their rage and normal, or their basic and normal rage attack. Whereas mythics have the hatred attack, so again, they're already better in terms of being able to boost your combo as well, because the more attacks you do, the more your combo gauge gets refilled. So there's utility there. Denial did point that out quite eloquently for the Wu Nation. Um, but yeah, in terms of that, I mean, you could look at synergy as well. I mean, obviously, if you're playing Wu, Tachishi does burn targets. I mean, arguably, adding extra layers of burn does additional damage. And I feel like the Wu Nation has specific things around burning targets. You could potentially go with another one of him. Probably not Sun Luban. I'd probably say any of the other Generation 1s aren't that great. I wouldn't go with Lin Kui. Even Dominant Stash to a degree is interesting because he does damage reduction debuffs, which is nice. And of course, he does AoE damage. And he does his own sword bonus, which of course stacks quite nicely. But in terms of just utility, I feel like Xiaoji is probably the better one out of all of them. Wu. So if you don't know who Wu is, he's the Chinese guy that does that, brother Wu. I can't. I don't want to mimic what he says. He's a very hype dude. He did say Xiaoji is probably one of the better ones on one of his videos in the comment when I asked him as well. But of course, that could all be up to your own personal interpretation. But essentially, you're still going to need 6 paper charm shards to get that. So in terms of this, though, if you are going to, and you don't want, I should stress this. If you don't want a transformation, that's absolutely fine. If you can get one a different way and you want to do it through the arms race, absolutely go ahead. If that's the float and the boat that you want to rock, that made no sense. But anyway, if that's the way you want to go, you can go through the transformation and get that through the arms race as well. For those that want to save up, you can always get Wolfhammer, which is the legendary outfit, and of course a Dragonair as well. Kind of a little bit outdated, but I imagine everyone's going to get them regardless, because the mythic outfits are not going to be released for a while until VIP 18 is out, which is probably going to be in. I mean, from a global perspective, I'm just speculating, but I think they might launch VIP 18 with the release of the Summer Festival, as a little bit of a, you know, Look, here's my speculation, and I feel like everybody could probably pick that. This looks like a mythic outfit. The last reward looks like a mythic outfit. So to me, I feel like that's going to be the launch date on global. And of course, if they decide they go fuck PB, we've done the community wrong. We should put the mythic outfit in the transformation store for global, and don't worry about Korean or Chinese servers. I would be over the moon. But the reality is that wouldn't get them any money. So I don't think they're going to do that anytime soon. So realistically speaking, you will be building towards your legendary outfits, and that's absolutely a worthwhile goal, particularly if you are already VIP 15. That should be a goal anyway. Wolfhammer looks pretty badass. Not going to lie, I wouldn't mind just building it to that. And of course, we've got our outfits. Sadly, but not sadly, we don't actually have the Generation 2 outfits, which, they're growing on me a little bit. They're not as appealing as Gen 1, for obvious reasons. I feel like Gen 1, it's just nice. They're pleasant to look at. Yeah, even that's kind of freaky, not gonna lie. But even here, like, they're good, they're nice, right? And then of course you've got your legendaries as well, which are pretty cool. And of course, if you want to go ahead and buy some of these ones, they all stack towards your total percentage. So even if you're not going to use them, if you don't have the characters to use them on, they still add towards your percentage. So not a bad investment either way. Plus 5% all stats for every single one of the legendaries, and plus 7% stats to all of your mythic ones. But the main reason for me doing the draws, and I do apologize for taking so long to explain all this. But basically, as a person that's been pursuing the Stark Armor on this account for a while now, you can't get past a certain point. And I probably said this in the last transformation event. Eventually, you won't be able to get the last 8 Stark Armor pucks. Starting from this guy here, Yan Wu or Zhan Yu, or Yaju, or I don't know how to pronounce his name. But either way, Lu Bu or Bulu, Bulu, he's a pain in the ass to get. They're all pain in the ass to get. You can't buy them for gold in the events. Trust me, I tried. A random selection chest you can buy from the auction house, and it does have a chance to have one of these guys in it. You have a good percentage chance to get one of the 8 that you need, but you are gambling. It's 3,500 gold to get one of these from the auction house, and they're pretty much always sold. So I feel like a lot of players are at that stage of the game where they just have to gamble on that selection chest, or random selection chest, I should say. But this one is specific, so you can choose it. It's going to cost me 60 paper charm shards. Hopefully we get enough. In terms of drop rates, there are none. There are a guaranteed 12 of these paper charm shards every 20 draws. So let's shut up and see if we can actually get lucky. Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, you want to keep giving me paper charms and shards? I'll take those. It would be very, very cool if we got a full charm. Of course, yeah, like I said, there is no real drop rate, and I'm only in here trying to get the shards anyway. Gold would be nice regardless. I feel like that's pretty much a given. 100 in, no luck. But we did get enough of the shards, so we will be buying. Where are they? We're going to get 2 of you. So we're going to grab 2 of you. That was the entire purpose. We're going to just keep saving up for the next event. And the reason being is, let's jump into it. Where's my dude? Where's my dude? Is it there? Is it here? Yes, it's here. My bad. All right, so we're going to go here. So this is one of the selection chests that has this guy in it. And obviously the other ones don't. So we are going to go ahead and use this one here and activate you. Very nice, very nice. And is there another one that we can do? Is there anyone with a better bonus? I mean, I feel like Simi I can get somewhere else. Oh, it's always the debating. Marchow you can get somewhere else as well. You know what we should do? We should do this. We do these one by one. Let's see if we can get any legendary pucks out of here. Ooh, is that a she? Alright, okay, alright. That's not bad. An epic one. Another Zhao. Okay, alright. And last but not least, and Pang Tong. Actually, we might need Pang Tong. Alrighty then. It sounds like Cantong, which is chicken tonight here in Australia, for those that know. Uh, we got you, so that works. I mean, what's this bonus? What's this bonus? This 3.2 minutes attack, magic defense. Yeah, no, I'm probably gonna have to go with you. Let's go with you. Oh, let's grab you out and boom, let's go ahead and do that. And of course, the reason we wanted to do it was to get one more stage here. So we're going to activate you and get some additional 20% attack. I didn't even realize it was 20% attack. Alrighty then. Definitely worth doing that. I feel like we bumped ourselves up a little bit there. Nearly 300 million. Yeah, close to 300 million. That was a pretty good investment, if an unintentionally really good investment. I had no idea it was 20%. So that's good. And there's some obvious reasons why you want to progress anyway. But in terms of this, I still got some premium saved. It lost its appeal, mainly because the premiums can't do anything for me in terms of actual progress. Of course, though, as you unlock the secondary spectrum feature, you will then be able to upgrade individual stars 7 times over. So, of course, there's always something additional going on. But what do we need? We need 800. Let me have a look at this thing again. 800. Oh, and then we get 20% HP. Yeah, HP is not too bad. HP is a good statistic to have. You can never have enough HP. What's this one? Magic defense is the last one. Interesting. So we get 20%. So what's that? How many do we need? I think we need 8. Yeah, 8 more. Jeez, that would be expensive. So we're going to need 8 selection chests. Whew. That's a lot of transformation orbs, ladies and gentlemen. That is a lot of transformation orbs. So I think 100 basically got us around 140-ish, I think, give or take. So 100 of the orbs goes around 140 shards, which is fine, which is technically, well, almost one full paper charm shard for 100 orbs. Let me know in the comment section below, did you decide to pull? If you did you get lucky? I always love to hear when people get lucky with these events. They definitely got you events. But either way, I feel like that's not a bad investment. We did get a little bit of power up. And for those that are wondering, that is the only way so far in the game to get some of the Star Karma selections. Have you been saving your gold? How much gold have you saved up? Are you excited about the Summer Carnival? There's only a few more days, a few more sleeps to go before this event goes live. Tons of events opens on the 10th of the 8th, 10th of August. I don't know why it says 00 time. I assume that's midnight or server reset. But yeah, I'm excited. 6 days, 14 hours to go. Let us know. Are you ready? Are you prepared? Are you scared? Are you going to join our live stream if we do a live stream? And of course, make sure you say hello on Facebook and in the Discord. Catch you in the next one.